Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc. So with the recent kind of just laid back attitude that we've had in these past couple weeks in the off time of the meta season, with the new release of EX4 coming out this week, as well as more regionals will start to roll down and roll out here shortly, ending this month of Ultimate Cup, I think it's time to get back in and start looking at our meta decks once again. For today, we've got Merva Cross Turbo versus Shoutmon Cross not Turbo. These are basically both versions of the Cross Heart deck, whether you've got the Cross 7 tech or you've got the just pure Merva Turbo with all the memory gain options in it. Basically, two different decks, but they're almost identical, but at the same time they're not. We're gonna match them together today. I think this deck, in my opinion, for the EX4 meta scene for regionals, I think these decks are going to be seen a whole lot, as there's not a whole lot that can contend with them that's going to be out. They can out turbo most other turbo decks in the format, so I think they're going to be in a really good position. Also, this month's featured memory marker is Bowmon. So if you are a Lugamon fan, quickly becoming one of the most popular new Digimon that we've seen in a long time, definitely are going to want to pick this up before his set drops. This is, again, Bowmon. This is handmade out of clay, hand painted as well by my wife, Digimon. You can find her Etsy page, link in the description below. Also on her Etsy page, you can find all of her previous memory markers that we featured on the channel for her. So if you want to pick up a Bowmon, definitely go check out her Etsy page or check out our Patreon page, as it's the reward for the month. Also, if you guys are a fan of buying cards and singles online like I am, I recommend checking out cardtrader.com. I'll have a link in the description below that you can go and use to sign up. You'll instantly get a free $2 to use on cardtrader.com. It's a great website because if you use their Card Trader Zero program, what they do is they gather all the cards that you're buying at their warehouse, and then they ship them to you for a single shipping cost. It sucks when you have to pay more for the shipping than you do the cards themselves. That's when cardtrader.com comes in clutch. So just use my link, go sign up, and get yourself free $2 and go start buying some singles. All right, and so we've got Merva Turbo going first here, piloted by myself. On the other hand, we've got Yugo Souls piloting the Cross 7 Turbo build. So we've got the standard play, got Ignite coming on Pikmons, and then just a Zenjiro with no Digimon to go with it. That's a bit of a bummer. Here we're going to see a Taiki Search coming on the other end with a Shoutmon in Raising Area. Not a bad start. Probably would prefer that Sparrowmon, though, being in Raising Area. But going to pick it up and then choosing what to slide underneath. Already has a Shoutmon in play here, so probably, just go ahead and pick up the Z Greymon. Definitely makes sense here. And then we're going to see the 4 drop Tamer. Swinging in with that Ignite Mon, going to draw off the Pikmon. Mainly, you want to get that Ignite Mon in trash as soon as possible, so that way it turns your Merva Cross online for you. And then, so we see hitting into a Cross 7 there. That means that's one of typically 2 out of the deck. So that definitely puts us in a decent position as far as thinning that out a bit. Here we're going to see just a hard drop Cross 3 to dig. Ouch, not the best. Debating what to pick up here. I'm going to pick up the Ballistamon and then the Shoutmon here. And that Zenjiro did make that play cost a little bit more manageable. So then we're going to see that the trio there, going to slide a card in, gain 1, draw 1 off of that ability. And here we're going to see that, man, I haven't used her in forever. Akari, she's going to play out the Darulomon for free. Going to do a little bit of DP minusing on our Cross 3. Swinging with the Shoutmon drawn for that Pikmon. Hits into our Tamer here. Unfortunately, again, no targets. So no Darulomon, no Ballistamons, at least not when we needed it. Very, very much of a bummer. But it is nice to have the Tamers on board just for the prep for later on. So when we are ready to start hard playing more stuff. All right, looks like we're going to see a Cross 5 coming down here. So which will pass, but he does have the all the shenanigans there. So blocker, reboot, all that fun stuff. So we won't be able to get any more chip damage in our like our cross 3 or anything like that. So both at 4 currently, so it's still anyone's game at this point. That cross 5 is a little bit better of a setup than we have there. We do see a Sparrowmon coming down in the raising area, always a nice one to have. It's probably the most ideal target besides the ignite that you can have. Hard playing the Shoutmon here, reducing its play cost with the Zenjiro, drawing off the Akari, and then searching off of the Shout. So picking up the Merva here, as this is a Merva deck. We've seen pretty much all the other pieces except for, I believe, Derulo is the only one that we have not seen so far. That Triple Tamer putting in some work here. Again, sliding some Shoutmon underneath. Draw 1, gain 1. Swinging in with the cross 5 here. Believe that should have been 2 checks. Might have missed that. Pretty sure that should have been 2 checks on that. Yep, there it goes. Okay. All right, we're good now. And then so it's going to reboot off that Sparrowmon, again keeping that blocker in a really nice position. Quickly, like losing, I mean, the Tamers on their side of the field is in a great position. That cross 5 is going to be putting in some work. They have lethal on board. If that cross 5 can hit 2, and the Derulo can go for game here. So we got to definitely kind of be cautious of what we do here. So swing, draw for the pick. Gonna let it go through, trying to play as safe as possible here. Doesn't want to waste and like risk like a cross 5 coming down and smashing them in the face. So not a bad call there. Just let the Sparrow go through. So then we have to big debate what to play ourselves here. We are going to go for that cross 5 play here. Zenjiro going to bring it back on our turn, and then the Akari going to allow us an extra draw. So it was a 3 play cost. Looks like we're missing the Starmons. Or is it Starmons? Not. Yeah, Starmons. Right. Yeah. I was like, Starmons in that one? I don't know. There's so many crosses. But the Zenjiro was enough to bring it back for us. Gonna go ahead and swing here. Force them to block. So we're gonna crash here. Mainly I had to pull lethal off of their board. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and material save 3. So save the one we don't have an extra of. And then debate what to do to pass here. Don't really have anything that'll kill the Derulo. Yeah, and then play out the Ballista there for 2 play costs. So 3 for the Zenjiro. Suspend it, gain 1. They're going to use that Triple Tamer there to gain 1, draw 1. Looks like a Shoutmon King mode that they put underneath there. Again, digging some more here with another Taiki. Debating what to pick up. We haven't seen a Starmons yet. That's probably what you might want to grab. No, going to go for the Ballista. Might not need the Starmons at this point. Oh, wait, no, there is a Starmons. There's already a Starmons in play. Never mind. So going for the Ballista there. No Zenjiro on their side. Got doubles of almost everything except 0 Zenjiros. Well, we have 2, which aren't stacked on top of each other, which is a terrible sin. So gonna go ahead and swing here. Debate the block. Yeah, go ahead and take it and save. We don't need them getting any bit ahead right now. We can always just bring back the Ballista here. We're not in a position to like game them right now, I don't think. It doesn't appear to be, at least. So suspend the Taiki, grab all your pieces out from underneath everything for your 1 cost cross 5 here. Draw 2 off the 2 Akaris. So cross 5 for only 1. That's pretty nice. Or is it 0? Oh, it's 0. Sorry. Yeah, it's not 1. It's 0. Blinding Ray hitting into another Zenjiro, which will allow us to play out that Ballistamon that we blocked with. So that ended up being fantastic idea of a block. Really, really worked out nice. They're not going to be able to close it here. There's just not enough memory. They've used up all their sources, but we are in a terrible bind. I mean, they've definitely got lethal on board here. So we're going to tap the triple tamer here. Going to slide under 2 underneath that cross 3. Going to go ahead and dig. Grab the Sparrow and the Ikari. Yeah, if they had something in raising area, would have been really, really nice. So we definitely need to make some sort of huge plays here at this turn. Like, we're in a real bad position. They've got the blocker in the cross 5 here, so they probably don't want to risk anything too scary. We've got triples and zeros, so we can make some pretty nice plays. They're going to go ahead and let all these attacks go through. There we go for the triple blinding ray to gain such a powerful card. In this situation, we got no security. Like, that's the prime time. Gain 6 memory here. So then we put that ignite in the trash earlier. So that'll definitely set us up. Gives us targets to bring back. All that fun stuff. You know, we have the Merva because we added it way at the beginning of the game here. They've only got the 1 blocker. So we have more than enough memory. We have the Zenjiros as well. So I'm going to go ahead and cross. Going to go ahead and bring out all of our fun stuff here. Just give all the rush. Tap all 3 Zenjiros. Going to gain the 3 memory off of that. So all of our stuff now has rush. Just making sure there is no retaliation. It's the text gets kind of wonky. You got to read it a couple times if you're not overly familiar with the card. It can bring back stuff that has save or retal, and then it gives it all rush. So I'm gonna go ahead and swing here. Gonna use the ignite effect to pop our cross 3 to pop their cross 3. He's gonna let it go, and then swing with a shout. He's gonna block with the cross 5, and then we swing for game with the Merva. So that's the power of Merva right there, is basically you just kind of win out of nowhere. You know, they had 3 security left. They had a blocker on board. You know, they had lethal set up. They full cleared us there. But again, it kind of keeps coming back to just if you can see the pieces fast enough. One of our guys at Locals, he's tried this deck, the Merva one, out before, and you know, he never has Tamers and security. It's always the option cards that gain you memory that literally have no security effects. So, you know, it's a really high roll deck. Well, I would say mid to high roll kind of deck, and he just low rolls every time. Sorry, Sebastian, but, you know, had to throw you under the bus on that one. And then the cross 7 one it's cool, right? It's very, very similar. You don't run the options that gain you the memory, but you run the cross 7, right? And the cross 7 is super powerful. You just have to run a couple bricks in the deck. You know, you have to run the Omni Shout and the Zeeg in it. So like we saw under that Taiki, you know, it's the Zeeg sat there the whole game and just kind of bricked out, and it never got any kind of use there. So a little unfortunate, but with the triple tamer, those are usually great targets. The Omni Shout and the Zeeg Great, to go ahead and slide those underneath your triple tamer, because they're not going to do you any good until you're ready to go into the cross 7. Cross 7 is good against other matchups, though. I think that's the difference here, is the Merva Rush is really good against going against other turbo decks. But when you go against like non-turbo decks, like a control deck, the Merva one can kind of have some issues here and there. Just depends on the type of control it is. Where the cross 7 might do a little bit better because it's a little bit beefier, a little bit more powerful of a card. It just kind of depends on the matchups. I think both decks are fantastic. Really, really good stuff. If you haven't watched our prediction for the meta for EX4, definitely go check it out. We talk about both of these decks in it. And I'll have full in-depth deck profiles of my builds later this week for you guys.